Cola is just tap water with a secret formula that isn't so secret. It's truly a myth that two companies can achieve global dominance. For decades, Coca-Cola and Pepsi have been the only cola brands that spring to people's mind. However, that was not the case 40 years ago in China. After the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, several Chinese cities built their own beverage plants, creating famous local soda brands that became part of childhood memory for generations. Tianfu Cola in Chinese, founded in 1981, was the most prominent one among them. Tianfu Cola was developed by Chongqing Beverage Factory and Sichuan Institute of Traditional Chinese Medicine in Chongqing. The drink was originally a nutritional supplement with herbal ingredients. It was later added with a cola flavor. The novel taste worked, and the brand quickly became popular. In 1985, one of the then Chinese leaders drank Tianfu Cola during a visit to Chongqing, and was full of praise for it. Not long after that, Tianfu Cola was selected as a state banquet drink and rose to fame beyond China.
88年的时候，我们是天府可乐园，下面我们有108个分厂。86年、87年的时候，我们在美国的世贸大厦都成立了天府可乐销售公司，我们都把产品卖到了美国。80年代后期的时候，我把天府可乐也到了欧洲，比如说到了英国、德国、法国。
As reform and opening up deepened all over China, most people were convinced that the grass was always greener on the other side. This was when Coca-Cola and Pepsi pushed into the Chinese market. Tapping into people's desire to learn modern management and technologies, they reached an agreement with the then Chinese Light Industry Association in 1994. Under this agreement, almost all state-owned soda companies had to cooperate with two international giants. In the case of Tianfu, Pepsi became a majority shareholder, owning a 60% stake in the joint venture. In retrospect, this was the beginning of a cautionary tale for underdogs who seek opportunities to learn from the giants by ushering them into their own territories.
这次开始出来的就是它来发展我天府可乐，把天府可乐由中国名牌变成世界名牌，这个好诱人嘛。所以说我们天府可乐都投入了百事的怀抱，都跟百事两个进行了一个合资。然后他第一年按了100%，按照那个配文来，到了第二年要求天府可乐要生产50%以上，那么他也联合执行了。但是到了第3年，他把天府可乐降到25%的时候，而当时都没监管机构。我们发现了问题了过后，当时我们的董事、我们的股东代表也跟百事期待有函，他都是一句话，都让我们哑口无言。他说：“现在是市场需要。”这个市场，我生产的天府可乐，我出去我卖不脱，市场它只要我百事可乐，这个理由好太充足了噻，你就没得办法反驳。那么通过几年的委托，最后天府可乐在市场上它就消失了。
However, the world changed as China was widely recognized as a great power since the millennium. Chinese people reflected on the country's role in globalization and regained their confidence. The domestic brands began to fight back.
Well, Pepsi has its eyes on China, pouring billions more into the company to expand. They're also playing its own game in the World Cup. Pepsi CFO Hugh Johnston joins us now to talk about it. Why this keen eye on China?
Well, it's a wonderful growth.
In 2010, Tianfu took Pepsi to court after 2 years of collecting evidence, accusing the US firm of unlawful possession of its formula and business secrets. Months later, Tianfu won the lawsuit. In 2016, Tianfu Cola finally returned to the market after being absent from shelves for nearly 2 decades, though its comeback story was bound to be tough. Tianfu had no reserve cash, but state-owned enterprises like Tianfu no longer had access to capital support from the state, as per an important new government policy.
进入21世纪以来，我国的 GDP 增长速度继续高速增长，而过去20多年以来，我国非公有制经济的快速增长和 GDP 高速增长的有效联动，使得我们在进一步深化经济体制改革的时候，继续会选择拓宽非公有制经济的市场空间。
Tianfu Cola had to survive on its own, and the first challenge was fundraising. In 2018, Tianfu implemented mixed ownership reform, seeking private capital for future development. After the reform, Tianfu Cola held 20% of the shares for its intellectual property and equipment investment, and the private owners which invested in cash held 80% of the shares. It re-registered in Chongqing Liangjiang New Area, a state-level economic district where the local administration pledged to provide preferential policies to encourage entrepreneurship. Meanwhile, other comeback brands like Ice Pick and Hankou No. 2 Factory all made their respective moves regarding funding.
老板，来瓶天府。
What is Tianfu?
This is 我们的可乐。
At this moment, the beverage industry has also changed. Major players have made relentless efforts to expand their business modes. The old rival Coca-Cola has developed from a single brand to more than 20 brands in China, and its focus has shifted from product innovation to business model innovation. Yet there is Genki Forest, who took on Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Since its founding in 2016, Genki Forest's revenue has shot up to 7.5 billion yuan and is considered a real threat by the two cola giants. Given the situation, how can Tianfu position itself in its hyper-competitive market, besides being a cultural icon?
才开始的时候啊，我们还是有一些老的一些观点，对网上互联网，包括对新媒体的重视，都是差得很远。因为饮料啊，跟其他有些东西还不一样，你需要不断的植入到消费者头上去。也就是说，如果是说你天府可乐在网上或者是什么呢，你没人宣传。 很短的时间，消费者都把它忘记了，而这都是元气森林做得好的。那么作为我们天府可乐呢，因为它元气森林也好，后面有大的一个资本注入，那么我们现在第一个是不在一个体量上面，啊，所以说我们的今后的路啊，我们都准备要把它走稳，植根于重庆，扎根西南。我们呢现在也不急，我们首先呢是活下来。
Tianfu is now working on building an intensive distribution network covering China's southwest region with its birthplace Chongqing in the center. The goal is to reconnect with every potential customer who has a history with the old-fashioned but unique cola brand. The question is, can the local brands like Tianfu learn new tricks amid the shifting trends in the beverage industry? With all of our sincere support, we can only wait and see.